Today I'm going to show you 2 meals I make most weeks for my gut health and to stick to my diet. I'd like to say they're simple and easy, but like I just said, when you're on a diet and you're trying to really make big changes to your health, you have to put a bit more effort and time into cooking, especially to start with, and to understand and to read the ingredients of the things you're choosing. So let's get into it.
Coconut and lime chicken rice noodle dish to start with. What we're going to need is some chicken breast, a lime, of course, ginger, chilies, paprika, tomato puree, 4 tomatoes, some fresh coriander, and some organic coconut milk. It's important to get a decent coconut milk because you'll see on the ingredients here, it's coconut and water, whereas the cheaper coconut milks that you'll get in most supermarkets, it's got other stuff in that we'd just rather not have. And again, coconut extract, what's that versus just pure coconut? I don't know, let's go with the better one. Also rice noodles, and you'll see here that it is mostly rice flour and tapioca starch. Again, look at the ingredients and just make sure it fits, and I think they're the best ones. Pre-cooked, so straight out the fridge and microwaving. The salt we want, this is the goat of the salts. Redmond real salt. It's mined in Utah, so it's the best way of avoiding microplastics in the salt from most sea salts. And we've got organic black pepper, again, avoiding mycotoxins. A lot to think about. Coconut oil and a stainless steel pan. This is just a definite for me. Again, we don't want to be cooking with plastics in our non-stick pans. First thing we're going to do is marinade / coat the chicken breast in paprika, salt and pepper. As much as you want to taste. If you love paprika, go nuts. If you want it salty, go nuts. And then start to coat all of the chicken on both sides with those seasonings. Wash your tomatoes in the sink and then rub them afterwards to dry them, to get all the pesticides or crap that they've managed to get on them in the delivery process to get into your chopping board, and then cut them into about 8 pieces, I think I'm doing here. Get your lime ready as well, and then do the mercury ball test on your stainless steel pan if you are a cooking wizard. No, it's pretty simple, and yeah, actually, when I first learned it was like, wow, this is pretty crucial for getting the right temperature on your pan, so you don't just have everything sticking to it, as you'll probably find when you first learn how to cook with stainless steel. But enough about that. Just about squeeze all the chicken breast into the pan, nice and cozy. Brown both sides. We don't need to cook it all the way through because it's going to cook in the liquid afterwards. We just want to brown both sides to get them a little bit crispy. Nice and smoky, very smoky. Add more seasoning, add more paprika, salt and pepper if you so wish. And when they're ready, both sides done, get them out the pan and put to the side. Coconut oil going back in because you'll probably need it. And then I've never had a meal and thought, oh, that was a bit too gingery. I just love ginger and it's great for our guts. So be very liberal with the ginger if you like it and if you want it, it's great for you. Very lazy ginger because I actually just like the taste as well as the fact of being lazy is just handy. And a little bit of chili going in as well. Tomatoes in, mix it all around. And then we're also going to add the coconut milk, a full can. Mix all that round as well. And tomato puree, how much? I don't know, just a little bit to taste. And then maybe a less barbaric method of adding lime to our dishes would be ideal rather than this akimbo squeeze, getting all your pips in. But yeah, full lime, salt and pepper again, and mix around. Return the chicken breasts to the pan, juices included, they're all good. And then we want to evenly separate the chicken breast in the pan, making sure they're coated by the liquid fully. Mix around, and then we want to leave that to boil off for about 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously we want the chicken cooked through and the liquid to be a little bit less. In the meantime, you can get your coriander leaves out and chop them up. Rice noodles can be microwaved near the time of serving. And then, once that chicken's ready, you can serve up. Presentation is absolutely not my skill. This is probably the most effort I've put into presenting a dish here, and it's still about a 1 out of 10 look. But you had some green stuff on top, and wow, It's like your Michelin star chef, but there we go. Tasty, tasty meal. For our second meal, we have some slow cooked pulled lamb shoulder over some roast vegetables. For the lamb shoulder, we're going to cook it in some mint, oregano, thyme and rosemary, dried herbs, and we've got carrot, aubergine, turnip and swede as the vegetables we're going to be roasting in the oven. Get your lamb shoulder in the slow cooker, and we've got it on high to start with. All the herbs going in. Please don't overthink the lamb shoulder like I've done in the past. You literally just stick it in dry. Don't need to braise it, don't need to put it in the oven. I'm sure you can do it, it makes it a little bit tastier and fancier, but for me, straight in the slow cooker and put it on high, and the braising is done all for you. Minimal washing up, minimal prep, all the herbs in, salt, pepper, and it's ready to go for the day. So I'd get it on high for 4 hours and then put it on low for the remaining 4 to 6. If there's time issues and you're out all day, I just stick it on low for 8 to 10 hours, or maybe high for 6 hours. The vegetables that we'll be eating the skin of, which is the carrots and the aubergine in this case, we need to wash and dry them as well. And we're also going to peel all the veg, swede, turnip. For the veg, I like it quite small, kind of like chip shape, small chip shape. I would, however, cut the aubergine into slightly bigger pieces because aubergine cooks quicker in the oven. Cooking the vegetables in some duck fat. Don't be afraid to add fat. Animal fat is great for us to eat. It should be a staple of our diet, and I'm very liberal with this duck fat here. I've heated the pan before, so when I add the fat it starts to melt, and I'll also put the pan back into the oven so we get a nice liquid for the fat. I have quite a high fat diet, relatively low carb, so this is perfect for me. Mix them all around and you can add some salt, some pepper. I would use a less risky method than pouring from the bag, but it's not as much as it looks, and yeah, as much salt and pepper as you want. Mix around the pan so it's going to cook evenly, and then stick it in the oven. 180 degrees for about 45 minutes to potentially an hour. The lamb shoulder's been cooking all day. Obviously the vegetables go in an hour before the lamb's ready. And when it is, look at that. Look at all the juices. All the herbs have mixed in nicely, and we're going to remove the lamb bones from the lamb shoulder. If you want to get it out first to do this and you're not doing it like I am, go for it. Just make sure all the bits of bone are away. And if you miss some, don't worry. When you're doing the shredding, you'll find some. What we're going to do, we're going to shred this up, pull it apart, and it's going to start to look super tasty. Don't worry about removing any fat. This is what's good for us. So keep it all in there. I'll then put the pulled lamb back in the slow cooker on high for another 30 minutes perhaps, just to kind of crisp it up a little bit more. And you'll see here, doesn't that look even tastier? Now it's been in for a little bit longer. Pull it apart a bit more. Ready to serve. Roast vegetables are out of the oven. And there we go. Take your time to present it as I'm doing here. And we've got a lovely dish of slow cooked pulled lamb shoulder on some roast vegetables. Again, you can maybe add some condiments, balsamic vinegar, whatever you fancy, or just go with it like this.